This is the story of how builders cheat us, using collusion with netas. After JP Infotech applying for bankruptcy, risking the life savings of tens of thousands of people, the same story is repeating with the Amrapali Group. They also operate in the Greater Noida area of UP. There are more than 14 projects going on there. We're putting them in the dock tonight. Here's the story. We're coming back for our debate after that.
They paid their life savings to buy a dream home, but their home is perhaps not. They paid their life savings to buy a dream home, but their home is perhaps now a distant dream as they continue to struggle to get possessions of their flats.
Lot of anger in the people are agitated and they're just hoping that the government should intervene and their demands should be met and they should get the justice and the homes that they have booked long back which they haven't got yet after investing the earnings of their life will be given to them after the intervention of the government.
Home buyers in Amrapali Group now stage protest and some are on hunger strike to get the possession of their flats for which they had already paid. But behind builders' alluring promises lies the ugly truth of real estate.
बिल्डर अम्रपाली के चेयरमैन ने ऐसा हमें कमिटमेंट किया था कि 2015 दिसंबर तक हमारा घर मिल जाएगा, बट आज 8 साल होने को है और अभी तक हमारा घर नहीं मिला।
मुझे जो पोजीशन का ऑफर किया था वो कहा था कि 3 साल और ऊपर नीचे 6 महीने और लग जाएंगे, पर आज मुझे ईएमआई भरते हुए 4 साल पूरे हो चुके हैं।
Amrapali Group's various real estate projects across Noida have already delayed with an average delay of 4 years. But still, 40,000 flats are undelivered, affecting almost 30 to 35,000 buyers. As home buyers continue to protest, their agony falls on deaf ears. When farmers protest, it resonates in the parliament. Dalit issues get all the heat in the nation. Middle class suffers, no one stands for them. Bureau Report, News X.
This is the story of how builders cheat us, using collusion with netas. After JP Infotech applying for bankruptcy, risking the life savings of tens of thousands of people, the same story is repeating with the Amrapali Group. They also operate in Greater Noida area of UP. There are more than 14 projects going on there. We're putting them in the dock tonight. Gaurav Agarwal is an expert in real estate. He's a chartered accountant. Devinder Mendiratha is a consumer rights activist. We also have with us buyers or prospective buyers of the Amrapali Group, KK Kaushal, Anirban Chakrabarti and Mukesh Singh. They're all in the studio with me. Mr. KK Kaushal, very quickly tell us what's happened with you and the Amrapali Group.
See, we are buyers of Amrapali Group and we are suffering last 8 years until we are struggling for our
You've given them money for a flat?
Yes, yes.
How much money did you give them?
I have paid more than 70% and work is not going.
And when did they tell you the flat would be delivered to you?
See, they have made a commitment many times within 8 years that they can deliver this project maximum.
And how many years has it been now?
By 2015 December. But they are totally failed to deliver.
Is it anywhere near completion right now?
No, not at all. If you see
what is the project called?
Project name is Amrapali Dream Valley.
Okay.
And even they are not positioned to make even food.
Anirban Chakrabarti, very quickly, what's your story here?
I'm a buyer from Verona Heights, and this is a part of
Amrapali Group.
Yes. So it's actually we had to take the name of Amrapali anymore. So I booked a flat in 2013, and the project, as per all documentation, went live in June 2013. And as per all documentation and BBAs, it was supposed to be delivered by now. And the project is not even 20% complete from all the overall standpoint.
All right. Mukesh Singh, what is the story with you?
Yeah, actually, Anirban is already clear all
Same
the
story.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you people were protesting outside the Amrapali offices in Noida this weekend. What did they say? Did they come out and listen to you?
If I talk about the protest, actually we are compelled to...
What did they say to you?
See, we are doing our protest last 2 days. Today is our second day. We are sitting on hunger strike in front of Amrapali
And
corporate office, and even they are not even called and see our condition, what we are suffering in front of their office.
Nobody from their company has come out to the protest.
They never
Not at all,
had the
not at all.
decency to come out and say something or meet the buyers or something over during these last 2 days. No, in fact, effort to have a touch point.
You know, got some statistics of the Amrapali Group, of course, having various projects in the Noida, Greater Noida area. The average delay is already 4 years. The number of undelivered flats is 40,000. You know, I mean, when the farmers were agitating in this area, the Netas came over there. When the minority issues played up over here, the Netas came over there. Now when the middle class are being looted, who is coming over there? Has any Neta, by the way, come over there?
See, if you talk about Netaj, I think this is nexus of leaders and builders.
Has any Neta even come over there and met you
No,
people?
not at all. See, we met local MLA, local MP, and even we go to PMO office, but nobody is taking care of our concern.
In fact, you can understand how critical this situation is. On 24th July, the CEO of Amrapali Group have been arrested due to the government dues. Because this was the labor cess dues of rupees 4 crore, and on the on the next day, on the 25th July, he has been freed because the Amrapali Group have been made the payment through the DD of rupees 4 crore. So now the government is also considered about only their dues. They are not focused what happened to the home buyer, and this is just the starting with the Amrapali. On the same line, there are couple of builders also ready with the same things, with the incomplete project, the buyers in the lurch, and the main thing is the Noida extension projects basically are focused on that.
Mr. Devinder Mehdi Ratta, the basic problem is what they are saying, that in all these building projects, the builders are in collusion with the Netas. There's big money involved, therefore nothing happens.
Actually, all these builders are repeat offenders. And there's a big nexus between Noida Authority, officials, politicians, and all these builders who are pumping in money, whatever they are generating from the buyers. They are pumping in money to all these political parties and bureaucrats and all. And whatever project permissions and which were pending in Allahabad High Court, it had to be taken and duly delivered by Noida Authority and various other authorities. Why in the first place?
And in fact, this is not the story of JP Infratech and Amrapali Group only. There are scores like this. I personally have information about other groups as well. And I'll take some names over here. Saraswati Kunj in Gurgaon, Haryana. It's a big scam. They collected money in the 1990s. Till today, the majority of people have not got their plots. The money's gone. There's no word. People should check it out. Saraswati Kunj in Gurgaon. I'm naming them. Have you heard about them?
Repeat offenders.
You heard about them?
Repeated offender.
These are all repeat offenders, and government should keep a check. Government should first step should be not RERA. First step should be to implement Section 406, criminal breach of.
It is a question to the government, to the Yogi Adityanath government. What about the Amrapali Group? Manohar Lal Khattar government in Haryana? What about the Saraswati Kunj scam that has happened in Gujarat?
I'm giving you a burning example how they are looting our money in a broad daylight. See, they have no fear of even administration, even government. See, in July, even in May, we had meeting of tripartite between builders and even authority and buyers. And Mr. Anil Sharma, chairman of Amrapali Group, he made a commitment that I would start work in all projects. But after meeting, they done nothing. And after that, when we met personally or in a group, but situation is very critical and we are dying.
Basically, you can understand. We all are the middle class people. We are making the payment of our home loan EMIs. This is our hard-earned money. We are making the rent payment. This is all about a financial suicide for a middle class person, nothing more than that. And in a couple of days, this situation will going to be prevail. You can hear this type of mishappening news in the couple of days. Because the resolution plan, there may be the resolution plan. In my point of view, there are two resolution plans, very big resolution plan. And I like to tell you from this point, from this medium, that first, state government basically should step in and take the charge of these notorious project and complete the project, they can hand over or delegate these projects to any government agency like NBCC, like HUDCO. And the second thing, change the pyramid. In last worst case scenario, if the home buyers will be given the compensation, change the pyramid. The pyramid told basically in the case of liquidation, the home buyer will be treated as unsecured creditor. So home buyer should be treated as secured creditor like NBFC and banks and financial institution, because when the bank was not there on the soft launch of the project, home buyer kept their money without interest. That was the interest-free amount, and on the basis of same amount, the bank did the due diligence in all that. So basically, in all that. So basically,
we have another buyer. 1 second, we have another buyer of the Amrapali Group with us. Varun Datta is in our newsroom. Varun Datta, what has happened with you?
Hi Jujhar. So I booked a flat in Amrapali Adarsh Awas Yojana in December 2015. This project was basically launched for all the retired and the serving government employees. So my father also invested money. He said that my two sons can just book the flat. So we invested money, 11 lakh we paid from own pocket. After that I took money from my flat of around 10 lakh rupees. Nearly 2 years have passed. No construction has started on the site, and we were given a flat in subvention scheme. In that, the builder had to pay the interest till for the first 36 months. After December, the builder has stopped paying the interest. The banks are chasing us. The banks are asking for us to just give to pay the EMIs. If you don't pay the EMI, your accounts will turn NPA. After that, nobody will give you loan, and means our jobs are also at risk. Means these days, even though I work in a private sector, but these days private sector is also very means they are also very touchy about these defaulters, loan defaulters. So means we are in a very precarious situation.
Yeah. Mukesh, you wanted to come in. Yeah, quickly.
We are working for this thing since 2 years, and what I have come to know is, we are meeting to authority, we are meeting to even banks, we are trying to understand the problems of bank. Everybody is bothered for his money. Nobody is thinking about how buyers.
See, it's how it started.
Okay. I'll tell you what. We just got 1 minute left. I'll quickly go around the table, the five of you. Okay, just in 10 seconds each. What do you want done? And in your case, what can they do? Okay, begin quickly. 10 seconds. What do you want out of this?
For buyer money, nobody is thinking about. Right? Even meet to Greater Noida Authority also. No, he's thinking about his money. What happened to buyer?
So it's a simply put, it is a nexus between the banks, the Noida Authority, as well as Amrapali or any of the builders. Only the government banks are giving a loan to Amrapali for buying a property over there. So every one of us thought that it is something which is like a gold. So that's only a government bank is giving a loan. And we are stuck after getting all the due diligence which was done by the government banks.
All right, Mr.
See, my main concern is there are many cases are happening like insolvency, right? In case of insolvency, banks are doing auction of projects like Amrapali and JP Group and many builders. But in that case, even authority is facing financial crunch and they are recovering their land, even they are seizing their land back, right? But after putting entire hard-earned money in different projects, buyers are putting all money. So where buyers go and who will protect? At the time of election, leaders...
Mr. Mehndi Ratta, quickly, 10 seconds. What can these people do?
This is not a solution to rope in government agencies to build and deliver the projects. Point is that these builders' neck should be tightened, and from day one, from first attempt of default, they should be charged with Section 406, criminal breach of trust, Section 420, fraud and cheating with home buyers, and Section 120B of criminal conspiracy.
All right,
And
finally.
The moment these three charges...
What can these people do?
All the buyers association must be unite on this platform. Government should take charge of the project to complete the project, or else in the case of liquidation, the buyer should be treated as at par with the secured creditor, with the banks and financial institutions, or promoter should be behind the bars.
That is a long process to go. It is not possible.
Should be on the top.
Government should take charge.
All right. You know, this is what's amazing when names like JP and Amrapali are looting home buyers. Imagine what the rest of this country, who's dealing with builders, is facing. And this is all because of the builder-neta nexus. Thank you very much to all our guests for joining us. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.